Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but nothing is working? You're posting, you're calling, you're trying to stay consistent, but the results are not matching the effort. And deep down inside, you're starting to question yourself, not your potential, but your direction, because nobody really shows you how to win in this business. They just tell you, stay consistent, keep going, don't quit, keep calling, keep door knocking, keep sending out those mailers. But nobody gives you the system. And that's where most agents get stuck. Not because they're not talented, not because they're not capable, not because they're lazy, but because they're trying to build a business without a blueprint. I remember working with an agent. They had a great personality, hard worker, showed up every day. But she told me something I will never, ever forget. She said, Will, I feel like I'm busy all day, but I'm not building anything. That hit me because that's exactly what this business can do to you. It keeps you busy, but not productive, active, but not profitable. And the truth is, real estate doesn't reward effort, it rewards strategy. See, most agents are out here posting content, but they don't have a content strategy. They're talking to people, but don't have a conversation system. There's some that's even getting leads, but they don't have a follow up process. So what happens? Leads slip through the cracks, opportunities get missed, confidence starts to drop, and then you start feeling alone. Let's talk about that for a second because, nobody talks about that part of real estate, the loneliness. Yeah, you could be surrounded by a lot of agents in a big office, at the networkage. You can even be on a big team and still feel like you're figuring everything out on your own. You don't know who to ask. And when you do, you get nervous because you don't want to sound like you don't know what you're doing or you don't know anything. So you keep it to yourself and try to figure it out on your own, by yourself. But here's the reality: you're not supposed to figure this out alone. Did you know that top agents don't win because they're smarter? They win because they have system, they have structure, and they have support. They don't do it by themselves. Let me tell you another story. I worked with an agent who had, haven't closed a deal in months. When I mean months, I mean months. And when we sat down, I didn't ask him, hey, how hard are you working? This is what I asked. What's your system? He looked at me and he said, I don't have one. That's when everything changed. Because once we built a daily lead generation system, a follow up process, a content strategy, he didn't just get one deal, he got momentum. And if you know anything about momentum, it changes everything because now you're not chasing, you're attracting. You're not guessing, you're executing. And that's a great feeling to have every day, or at least consistently. And that's what most agents are missing. They're not missing motivation, but they are missing clarity. Let me break this down. Very simple. If you don't have a system for generating leads, nurturing leads, converting leads, then you don't have a business. You have a job that pays you sometimes. And does the bills come in sometimes? And I do say that with love because I've been there. I've had moments where I questioned everything. where I was showing up, where was I doing the work, but still was wondering, why is this not working for me? And what I realized was it wasn't me. It was the lack of a system. Once I got clear on who I was targeting, what message I was putting out, how I was following up, everything changed. When I say everything, everything. Now listen, it's not about working harder because some of you already work hard. I don't take that from you. This is about working smarter with structure because structure creates freedom and we all want freedom. And systems create income and we definitely want more income. So if you're watching this right now and you feel stuck, if you feel you're not reaching your full potential, if you feel like you're doing this all alone, I want you to hear me clearly. You're not the problem. Your system is. And the good news is that can be fixed. You can fix a system. But what you can't fix is things you don't see. And you can't grow in isolation, being by yourself, doing it alone. That's why I do what I do. I help agents build real systems. I don't just motivate them, not just hype them up, but actually step-by-step strategies that produce results. So here's what I want you to do. If this message resonates with you or someone you know, if you're tired of guessing, if you're ready to actually grow your business, I want you to take action. Not just sit there and say, oh, I'll do it next week. I want you to reach out to me directly at 281-451-7087. Send me a message, comment ready below, or book a one-on-one strategy session with me. Let's sit down and let's map this out. Your lead generation, your follow-up, your content strategy. Look, no pressure, just clarity. Because once you have clarity, everything changes. If you're happy where you're at, then okay. Continue doing the same things, getting the same results, okay. I want to help you grow. I want to see your business just go and just overload. So let's build your systems. Let's build your confidence. Let's build your business. Because we got to do it together. And you have to remember, this business is your business. So we will build this blueprint based on you, not on somebody else, but for you. Because everybody has a different goal, a different end game. What works for one may not work for the other. So we want to make sure we specialize your blueprint, put it together. What do you have to lose? You've done a lot of the work. Now you just need to put it into a system and have a strategy behind it. There's enough business out there for everybody. It's not just for the people who've been in business for a long time, because they struggle too. Because things are changing, especially in this industry. What happened 6 months ago may not work now. So let's find out how to keep current with all the things to help you stay current and keep you as consistent in your business, making sure that your confidence is built and you can hold your head up high and smile and be proud of the industry that you're in. Let's talk. Comment below or shoot me a text and say ready. 281-451-7087. And remember, I'll see you on the other side, because when you have will, you have a way. My name is Will.